Hey friends, TUXX here. For this particular video, we'll be reviewing the ASUS STRIX 7.1 surround sound gaming headset. And what sold me on this actually was I did get to experience this firsthand at BlizzCon 2016. ASUS had a great booth set up, and I got to listen to this. And the environment of BlizzCon, with all the noise and distractions and lights and everything else, I was blown away by how good they sounded. These are noise canceling. They're a total of 4 speakers in each headphone plus subwoofer, so a total of 9 speakers total in this headset. So they really deliver a true 7.1 surround sound, which is great. But honestly, besides the great feeling to them, the sound, which I thought was excellent, what really sold me on this was really this bass unit. We'll talk more about this in a second, but at least in my home gaming setup, on both the workstations we have, I really have problems as far as switching between headphones and speakers. And it's not a huge deal, but it's a matter of unplugging cables and, disabling this and clicking that. It's not as easy as just like plugging in and, oh, we're on headphones now. There's like a few steps that are involved, and it kind of is a pain. And I've tested some other headsets, and they just really don't live up to what I'm looking for. So I decided to go ahead and bite the bullet after great debate and actually pick up this. And this does retail on Amazon for about $189. So this isn't like the cheapest headset in the world. Now, it has been pointed out to me by very reliable sources that you can buy like a nice quality like Calypso or maybe Polk Audio or some of these different brand headsets, which are not necessarily gaming headsets, but maybe they're like high-end earbuds, things that can be used for cell phones and for gaming, that kind of thing, for a similar $150 plus price point. I've actually seen the Calypso ones for about $100 actually on sale for like an older style of them. And so you can get some cheaper things which might actually maybe even sound better, but maybe might not be as equipped for gaming, and they won't have this nifty little desktop control center with volume and presets and everything else. And what I really like about this is the fact that you can actually click the buttons. But anyway, enough talking. Let's go ahead and take a look and unbox this particular headset. Now, looking at the box, just to show you real quick, the outside does have nice retail packaging. We have the Strix logo, shiny, nice kind of a holographic metallic look to it. This orange look is kind of going through all their laptops and everything, and it's kind of a symbol of that particular line. It is reflected also in the light up headset. This is kind of a matte black. This is kind of a glossy black. Down here it talks about features: true 7.1 surround sound, plug and play USB, static and breathing lighting effects, and 90% environmental noise cancellation, which I can tell you at BlizzCon, with all the noise, it sounded pretty good. It kind of took a lot of the weird background noises out of it and helps you really focus on the gaming. I hope I can hear my teammates in Overwatch, and it also can be really good for video editing. We do actually record these videos. I record in 4K surround sound, but I don't always mic for surround sound necessarily, but I may start doing some stuff with that down the road. But anyway, on the side here it talks about specifications, and you can pause this and look at this. I'm not going to go too much into it. Basically, it's 20 hertz to 20 kHz, kilohertz, I guess, 32 ohms, and you can look at all the little fine details right there. So anyway, these are nice headsets. On the back side here, it talks a little bit more about the features. As you can see, this is a really nice retail package. Goes into in depth about the little desktop control center, the actual headset itself. Talks about positioning of the speakers. You can see it has different front 40mm, 20mm side, 30mm center, 20mm rear, subwoofer 40. So a good variety of speakers to try and get that real true 7.1 surround sound. And we'll see how that is actually. I'm really kind of curious what that is going to sound like in a gaming environment. What will WoW sound like? What will Overwatch sound like in 7.1? Will it be a distraction? Will it help? We'll find out. On the back side here, it does talk about, again, about the different features. This does have a 4-game audio spectrum profile, which is really cool, and static lighting breathing effects, and talks about the large leather ear cushion. I thought it was pleather. I don't know if it's really large proton leather. Okay, I think it's fake leather, like pleather, but we'll find out. Let's go ahead and open this up. Now you can see that it has this really great little pull tab here, and this is magnetic, which is nice. You can see that? So magnetic, nice quality headset, and on the inside here you have the little logo. And again, Strix, I believe the history of this actually goes down to having something to do with the owl, I believe I heard, if that is correct. And basically it has to do with being wise and good hearing and eyesight and being aware of your surroundings. So I believe it has something to do with that. If you know the history of that, please let me know in the comments below. But anyway, you can see the logo here is just very lightly, it's kind of like a glossy on a matte black, as well as a little like owl look, okay? On the inside here, you can see what this looks like. This is kind of like a tinted plastic, so you can't see in here too good, but you can actually see, of course, we do have a headset. There's a little pull tab right here, so you can actually open this up and pull out the plastic. And again, this is like the nicest headset I've ever bought, to tell you the truth. I'm hoping this sounds really good. So let's go ahead and pull this out and see what this is all about. Is it like, let's see, how weird. Maybe it's, oh, it's like twist tied in there, I think. Okay, we'll go ahead and pull this out. So there's a one layer piece of plastic here, and on the back side you got some twist ties. We'll go ahead and untie these little ties. And I believe some people talk about lighting effects on headsets and not using them. I think they're kind of cool. I mean, I don't mind it. I have a 1,000-watt power supply in my laptop, so I'm not too worried about lighting. But if it really bothers you, or if you have a really small power supply and a really big video card, I believe you can actually cancel the lighting in a lot of these, so you can save the power for the video card. But really, if you're down that low in power, you may want to think about, you know, doing an upgrade in the power supply, because they don't really cost that much, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this out. There we go. And first off, I do notice that this is really nice. Nice little detail touch. This backside here has a nice little kind of a weird clothy thing here to keep it real nice. So that's really cool. They go with that little touch. We'll pull the little twist ties out here. And we'll take a look at the headset. This does have like brand new little, we can pull this off. It looks like it has like a little piece of plastic you can peel off to keep it real nice. See how shiny that is? That's really nice looking. And we'll peel off this one as well. Kind of peel it off. There we go. Very nice. And I really like the inside, real high-tech looking. I have to say, I don't think this is leather, but this does feel very soft. And these are actually, I think, more generous, a little larger than a lot of headphones. The top part here does swivel, so you can change that. And does it click? I think it does. No, maybe it doesn't. I don't want to break it. That's for sure. Yeah, so it looks like it does not, but this part here does go up and down. See how that kind of goes in like that? So you can actually adjust that to a lot of different sizes, okay? On the inside here, you can see not only can this go like this if you want, it might be a little uncomfortable though because of the small portion in here. You do actually have here some padding on the top as well to make it extra comfortable. And I really do like the stitching too, very cool. And on the top here it says Strix with the little owl logo, so very cool. We'll go ahead and pull this out. Now you guys know I'm really into braided cords, and you can see this has a very nice braided cord. Hopefully the camera's focusing nicely on this. So just a little detail touch, keeps it very nice. And one unique thing about this headset is this actually uses HDMI. And I have not seen a lot of headsets actually do that, so that is kind of a new one on me, the fact that they would actually have an HDMI headset. If there's other headsets like that, let me know, but this is actually the first one I've ever encountered, which is HDMI. So as you can see, gold-plated HDMI, really nice, super nice braided cord. This all looks really, really nice. Let's see what else is inside the box here. Okay, wow, lots of stuff, okay. There's a little Strix sticker, which is very cool. I'll add that to the stickers on my desktop. Actually has a lot of stickers on it. We'll go ahead and stick that on there later. Inside here we got plenty of little adapters. Here we have, it looks like this is 2 USB to 1 USB, which is interesting. We'll have to take a look and see what that's for. Inside here we have the HDMI, and this is kind of like for your desktop speakers, and it has all the little connections you need there to hook up your normal speakers, which I might get a different desktop setup as far as speakers go. Right now I'm running one subbed and just left to right. So anyway, and just have the Strix logo right there. Really nice quality cord. In fact, I really have to show off this cord. Check out like the nice braided cord on this. Super heavy duty, feels really nice quality. I mean, this thing feels like you got a nice quality headset for sure. This is definitely not like a little Chinese knockoff headset. Very nice. And I've bought expensive headsets before. I think the last really expensive headset I got was probably actually the WoW headset from many years ago, and it's lasted me. I still have it to this day, the Creative Wireless WoW headset. And I've just had problems with the whole thing of plugging things in and unplugging things. You have a little book here, which is not so little actually. You can see it's very large. I'm sure it's written in multiple languages. As you can see, this explains the different features of it. Nice glossy cover to it. Very good. It's your quick start guide. and basically explains the whole process of setting it up. And this does have a lot of cool like presets actually, so you can set this up for different types of things, from like shooters to racing games, that kind of thing, which is really cool. And there's a lot of adjustments on here. I may do a second video later talking more about the sound quality and actually talking about the different settings you can do for this. But for this video, this is more of an unboxing video than a first impression video than actual sound test. Okay, next up here we have another book, which is your warranty. Make sure you register all your stuff. VIP member, very cool. They have taken care of me in the past with warranty issues, so I'd recommend going ahead and registering this type of stuff to your warranty. Okay, next up here we have, looks like here is the microphone. This microphone is detachable. It is bendable. Okay, so you can see this has a full range of bendability to it. Very nice. Looks like we have a little thing here. Please point the microphone towards the lips for better speech. Okay, so that is the instructions. I like the little accents. See the little orange there? It kind of matches the Strix laptop. And you can watch my video for my laptop. I have just a few videos back in my queue, which is also part of this ASUS line. Very nice. There's a little natural bend right here to kind of turn it up on you, but very cool. This is actually a little more flexible than I thought. I thought this would be kind of like, you know, curved a little and maybe bend a little bit, then we'll have spring back, but this feels like you can actually position it and it will pretty much stay where you want it. And I'm definitely digging the little yellow or the little orange paint job too. Really cool. And then finally in the box here we have the main event. This is that desktop base station, which I was talking about, that to me I think is really important, or at least at BlizzCon I really enjoyed using it. It was actually very cool having this actually up on the actual like countertop area where they had their gaming rigs set up for their display. And I really thought this would be useful for me on home. So that's part of my motivation for buying this particular one, was I really liked the base unit. So let's go ahead, we're gonna try and unplug. Well, first I guess I need to get this off. This is really in here good, man. Check out all these like little octopus. There we go, and there it is, guys. So you can see on the front here you have your different things. You have central lighting, front, sub, spectrum, main, mic, side, rear. Very cool. Up here you have different things. You have speakers, mic, amp, 7.1. Okay, so you can switch between speakers on and headphones on. Okay, this right here is clickable on the top side, and on here this does light up for different things, different effects. And on the side here you have your USB in and you have your speakers in. Okay, on the side here you have your headset, and that is what you have. Okay, so basically to hook up your other, you know, other regular type, you know, 1/8 inch jack, you'd go ahead and plug in this. So a lot of this is really by HDMI, which is very interesting. Again, I really haven't seen that. This has a little bit of weight to it. It is a little bit rubbery on these three little arms here, but this is like hard plastic. And the whole thing itself has a good amount of weight to it, but I wouldn't say it really weighs a whole ton. On the back here there is a little ENC, that's the environmental controls, like turning off your noise cancellation. You can actually turn that on and turn that off with that little button right there. So that is the base unit, very slick. Let's go ahead and plug this in and see what this looks like with the actual power going to it. Alright friends, so we got everything hooked up now. It's working perfectly. As you can see, this is the lighting here to give you an idea what that looks like. The room lights are dimmed down slightly, but there is overhead room lighting on, just not videotape lighting on. So you can see, even with the room being fully lit, this is still pretty bright. And there is some different levels of adjustment, so you can make this a little bit brighter, a little bit dimmer, you can make a pulse, all that good stuff. Now, more importantly, of course, is the sound quality. The sound quality itself is very good. I would say the bass is nice and rich. My only complaint, and I'm being perfectly honest with you guys here, is it seemed like when you switch between headphones and the actual normal room speakers, it seems like the volume's a little bit lower, and that could very well be some kind of adjustment which I could change myself. I do not have the ASUS software installed. It didn't actually come with a software disk, so I think I'm gonna have to download that from somewhere, but there is some EQ software you can download to tweak it even further. But the actual sound quality of the speakers themselves was very, very nice. I enjoyed it greatly, both in 7.1 and normal. Now again, in the headphones you could turn on the 7.1 and turn it off, but for some reason with the actual speakers plugged into it, left, right, sub, it only wanted to play in 7.1, which I don't think is a defect. It just, if I push the button, nothing happened. It would stay on 7.1. Okay, so I want to give you a quick rundown of this actual audio control center. Okay, the way this works is if at any point you want to mute it, you just hit this, and you can see this goes from normal volume here volume up, volume down, that kind of thing, to actually being muted. So it makes it very handy if the phone bell rings or whatever, you can hit that thing and mute it and unmute it at a moment's notice, which is great. Okay, as far as the top part goes, there's a little button here for speakers, which I like a lot, so you can switch between headphones and speakers. Microphone, this actually has to do with the mic, the ambient noise mic, to turn that on or turn that off. The amp, which I recommend leaving on to help give it a little extra power, a little extra boost in sound, and then of course 7.1. Now in speaker mode, for me, the amp wanted to remain off and 7.1 wanted to remain on for some odd reason, and that could be something to do with my settings that I'm not familiar with yet. So maybe as I tweak it a little bit, maybe it'll get better and better, okay? But when you have headphones on, you can turn the amp on and off, which I recommend leaving on. You can just turn 7.1 on and off depending upon your source. Maybe it's better in just, normal stereo sound. Maybe it's better than 7.1. 7.1 did sound very rich and very good. And you can adjust right here through different lighting effects. You can change the level of brightness in the lighting. You can change the volume in the center. You can go through and actually tweak a lot of these settings here, which is really good, okay? So it does give you a lot of control as far as how you want things to go. And I believe there is some software too that you can use like on screen to help tweak it even further. Alright friends, to recap, this has been an opening unboxing, first impression for the ASUS STRIX 7.1 gaming headset. Very comfortable headset. The padding itself is very nice, adjustable, feels very comfortable, nice big ear cones, and it really does a good job of noise cancellation. I really couldn't hear sounds around the room that much, so I think that would be really good. Now as far as the volume control goes, I felt like there was a little bit softer in volume than would be without the actual control unit being plugged in. Okay, so that was like one little negative. And to be perfectly honest, that's probably something which might very well be my adjustment error, where I just don't have everything quite tweaked just right yet. So we'll do some follow-up later down the road. If you guys have any questions about this headset, please let me know here in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. If you like this video, be sure and give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate that. If you're new to the channel, be sure and ring that bell for notifications of new videos. And also, if you're not a subscriber, guys, please subscribe. It's the best way of learning about new videos coming up. I also have an alt channel called TUXX Toys you can check out. It's actually kind of my main channel. I do toy reviews and different things would deal with gaming, otaku culture, that type of good stuff. You can check out this channel, TUXX Reviews, on Instagram and Facebook, TUXX Toys on Instagram and Facebook, and of course my beta channel called Gamer TUXX. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.